بدأ السناتور ليبرمن كلمته حيث اعتبر نظام الملالي الخطر الرئيسي ومركز التطرف الإسلامي، وأكد قائلا: لا يجوز أن يحرفنا التركيز على محاربة داعش عن الجمهورية الإسلامية الإيرانية التي هي الخطر الأكثر دهما على العالم وأمن أمريكا، ولا تزال هذه الفاشية تشكل الحكومة الأولى الراعية للإرهاب في العالم حسب بيان وزارة خارجيتنا. إن هذا النظام يقمع بشكل غاشم حقوق الإنسان لشعبه، خاصة أولئك الذين يعارضونه سياسيا، وهذا طبعا يشمل سكان مخيم ليبرتي أيضا. إننا وخلافا لحلفائنا في الشرق الأوسط نتصور في تفاؤل أنه إذا تعاملنا مع النظام الإيراني يمكن أن نغير سلوكه. وأضاف:
I conclude that Western passivity has allowed the malign influence of Iran in Syria and Iraq and a lot of other places in the world to grow. And let me just document and make that case, and I'll do it briefly. First, we left Iraq, and we left before it was over, which was an invitation for Iran to extend its influence there, which it clearly has, and unfortunately, one of the best examples of that is the Iranian influence over Camp Liberty. I would say they're freedom fighters, allies of ours, were put as a result of promises that the United States military in good faith made to them. Secondly, Syria, it's a painful saga of genocide and murder, but we refused to support the first wave of anti-Assad revolutionaries. Senator McCain and I went over there, met with them 3 different times in Turkey and in Lebanon. These were not Islamist extremists. These were Syrian patriots. They were just sick and tired of Assad and his clique, not only depriving them of freedom, but depriving them of any real economic opportunity. We sat back. We didn't help the Free Syrian Army as we could have. And we thereby strengthened Iran, this Iranian government's only ally at that point in the Arab world, Assad, in a campaign that I would describe as genocidal murder, turning his weapons on his own people, using chemical weapons, creating millions of displaced refugees, and ultimately bringing about a civil war which provided the ground on which a relatively small radical Islamist terrorist group, the Islamic State, could actually declare a caliphate, all because we in the West sat back.
وواصل السناتور ليبرمن الكلام مؤكدا على ضرورة الدعم للمقاومة الإيرانية ومسؤولية الحكومة الأمريكية لتوفير الأمن للمجاهدين الأشرفيين في ليبرتي، قائلا:
The opposition in Iran, the NCRIMEK, which is not just, as you've heard me say before, the enemy of our enemy. You are our friends. You are our allies. You share our values. And engage in discussions and support that strengthen this movement. I will say with regard to the Islamic Republic of Iran, and I didn't start out with any animosity toward this regime. I'm just looking at its record. And we're heading down a path where we think we can contain them. We're not going to be able to contain them. They're not going to change. They haven't changed, which is to declare that our policy with regard to the Islamic Republic of Iran is not to contain it, but to end it, to change the regime that now calls a great country and a great people. Congress ought to begin to pressure the American government to provide aerial protection of Camp Liberty by the U.S. Air Force, as we are now providing such protection for the Baghdad International airport. It's time to change all the people in the Iraqi government who have any responsibility for oversight or management of Camp Liberty, because by their record, it's pretty clear that they're more interested in what pleases the Islamic Republic of Iran than they are in what protects the people who are in Camp Liberty. So I would end with a personal word, as I did when I had the honor to be in France last week with the Iranian community of Europe. Take heart from history. Martin Luther King said that the moral arc of the universe sometimes bends slowly, but it always bends toward justice. I go back to one of the original patriotic Americans, great revolutionary leader Thomas Paine, who said, "Tyranny is not easily conquered, yet we have this consolation: the harder the conflict, the more glorious is the triumph." You have moral strength on your side. You deserve to have more political support on your side. Take heart from this reality that you have growing bipartisan support in the Congress of the United States. And you can't use those words, bipartisan support, regarding many issues in Congress these days. So go forward with a sense of confidence and determination that the liberation of a great nation and a gifted people from the stranglehold of an evil regime is going to happen. And with God's help and your help and our help, it will happen soon. Thank you very, very much.